We'll call the meeting to order at 7:35 and we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the
flag of the United States of America,
to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Sherry, can you do roll call for me, please?
Tom?
Here.
Bev?
Here.
Mary Agnes?
Here.
Sherry? Here. Is Sue excused absence?
Yes. Okay, very good. We have the agenda approval to do first. We've got a couple of things to add. There are bills to be paid. There was mileage for the DPW operations tech in the amount of $280.60 to Nick Garsley. There was also money for $262.50 for legal work done by Kelly Law Firm. And there's $248.15 in office supplies that was put on the Fifth Third Bank credit card for October, November. And as far as announcements, Ira Township has provided us with a 30-day notice that they're going to give us an increase in water of 13 cents per thousand. I think that's all there was. You have your consent agenda in front of you with the board minutes, the regular meeting of Wednesday, November 18th. You have the approval of we're requesting the approval of the Township Treasurer's reports. Township investment report as of October 31st and all the CDs and money markets. Also, the reconciliation of general account number 5667 as of 10/31/2020. The reconciliation of tax account number 3905 as of October 31st, 2020. The cash summary report by account in the general fund as of October 31st with all the funds that are listed. Also, the approval of the clerk's reports, the revenue expenditure report periods beginning November 1st and ending November 30th, which is 25 pages long. There's the approval of paychecks, payroll dates from November 1st through November 30th, 2020, in the gross total amount of $21,045.28. The paychecks are number 2644 through 2664. We also have approval of accounts payables. Originally of, I think I lost it. Are you there?
Yep, you're good.
Okay. $14,397.23. That's for opens through October 1st or November 1st through November 30th. And then $147,580.33 of checks, 32 checks that were already paid from number 20645 through 20677. Under correspondence, we have the Marine City Fire Authority Department runs report for November, and we had Ira Township's runs for their portion of the township for November. And we have also a copy of the Fifth Third Bank account, which I already reviewed. So do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented with the additional options that were added as add-ons? I will
Make a motion to approve the agenda as is.
Okay.
I'll second.
Okay. All right, all in favor signify by saying aye by roll call vote, please, unless there's discussion.
Bev?
Yes. Here.
Tom?
Yes.
Mary Agnes?
Yes, please.
Sherry? Yes. Sue excused absence.
Okay, motion carried. The next item on the agenda is the open session. Anyone in the audience that's interested in addressing the board regarding an agenda item only at this time may do so by calling in at this time.
Do you want me to address under new business item number 4 now, or when we get to that?
No, we'll discuss it in new business, unless you want to just say something. It's up to you. Whatever you're more comfortable doing.
It doesn't matter to me. I can say it now, or if you want me to say it when we come to that item.
All right, go ahead.
All right, I just had.
Nicole, go ahead and say who you are, because
Oh, Nicole Hart, Deputy Treasurer, Accounts Receivable, Office Manager. I just have some concerns about that item, which is requesting an updated salary for the new treasurer, Bev Kopak, and also request to keep Marilyn on. This goes back to, I guess, the June meeting where there was a resolution, COVID resolution 2020-05, where there was an item in there. This was approving to keep Marilyn on and, you know, her wages and everything interim. And it also said that prior to the election, the board was supposed to look again at the adjusted gross salary of 12,000 per year. That never happened. At that meeting, I also asked, since I had been filling in for almost a year, for a temporary wage increase for the deputy treasurer, as we had several meetings. You requested I do another meeting in July. We did. You requested more information, which I provided the board in August, a 2-page letter. And then at the August meeting, it wasn't even mentioned whatsoever. It was not even a motion. You guys totally ignored me. So now I have an issue with it because Sue, one of the board members, said that you couldn't approve my temporary increase, which was nowhere near what we'd be paying for both of these. And now all of a sudden, because you guys said that the township could not afford it. And now all of a sudden it's on there like, oh, we have a new treasurer that needs help getting up to snuff, and we're going to keep somebody on to help her. So now, how is that affordable now? That's my only question. And I ask that maybe you reconsider that and think of maybe a sliding scale, maybe half that amount, because the treasurer's office, how it was at the beginning with 2 full people in there all the time, has not happened. And it's been over a year now, and I keep continuing to do the work. But, you know, Bev's gonna have to be trained on some things. So all I'm asking is maybe a lower wage at the beginning for, I don't know, however amount of time you guys decide.
A lower amount of money to whom?
For Bev, if
Okay,
you're gonna keep Marilyn on to help her. And, you know, redo, because she wants to just oversee things, rather than do like the daily work and do 8 hours, as opposed to the type of treasurer that we had before. So if we're revamping the whole treasurer's office, then I think every job detail needs to be looked at again and considered.
anyone else have any questions?
Nicole, tomorrow I would like to see your contract. I'm assuming you have one, to see what these, your job descriptions entail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah, yeah, and I also don't feel I'm the only one that should have a job description. I have brought those up in the past, like well over a year ago, but the board has never approved them for anybody else in the office. So that's a little strange to me too.
Oh, when you're an elected employee, the job descriptions come from the Michigan Township Association.
Right. But not everybody's an elected employee.
No, I understand that, but when you said that, I just wanted to specify that the
Yeah.
Elected employees are designated in the
So-
Michigan Township rules.
So with your
Yeah.
today's description, you're asking us to just lower Bev's pay and then what?
Till she can get trained fully. If she's,
Okay, well,
the whole treasurer's office is gonna have to be figured out, because before, when my contract did take place, we had a full-time treasurer. Until, of course, she had, some health issues in her family and all that. However, I've been filling in, but, I don't think it's supposed to be a permanent situation. So until Bev is able to take over those duties and learn them all,
Well-
I don't feel if she wants to oversee things and she doesn't want to be there every day, then there needs to be a revamping of the whole treasurer's office and who does what duties and when and for what pay.
okay, well, I think that the girls will be able to work that out between themselves. But as far as you telling us how much to pay Bev, I mean, she could have walked in off this job and said, look, I want the whole 25.5. She's working for us. She's working with us. And we're fortunate enough to keep Lynn as well. And she's not making anywhere near what she's worth. So I think if, the two girls together aren't making $18,000 and the job pays 25.5. And they've both agreed to take lesser amounts. Now, why should you be the one to decide that they should take less than that?
I'm not saying I'm the one to decide that. I'm just saying what I was told in the past about me taking on the extra duties and not being allowed even temporary extra pay for filling in for over a year because it was not, good enough for the township. The township didn't have enough money, but now all of a sudden we do have enough money and we're having another person too.
Okay, well, it's less.
Well, I'm assuming that you're making more money per job description, so that's why I would like to see your contract, see how it compares to what you're requesting.
Well, I don't really think this, anything that we can hash out here tonight.
I don't either.
Your notation is noted. I'd like to see if there's anyone else that has anything else they would like to say about agenda items, and then continue with the meeting if you don't mind. Nicole, are you all set? Did you say what you wanted to say?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we do have somebody else who would like to speak. So, Jameson, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hello, good evening.
Please state your name and your address.
Sure, Jameson Burke. We currently live in Washington Township, and we're planning on building in Cottrellville on Plank Road. So the nature of my question was regarding internet coverage. My wife and I both work full-time using high-speed internet for telework, work from home.
Excuse me, Mr. Baruch, but
As
that's
we-
not on the agenda. Can we bring this up in public comments, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll get back with you, all right? Is there anyone else that had anything to say about items on the agenda?
No. There's nobody else that has their hand raised. I think you're free to go ahead, Mary Agnes. Oops, hang on. You somehow got muted. Please, Mary Agnes, go ahead and unmute yourself. Down in the lower left-hand corner.
Okay,
Okay.
am I in?
Yep, you are.
Okay. AMR has to do with the assessing's office. Right now, the county has asked that they appoint someone within the area to step in and assist in case that any of the townships would not have a compliance report for the state of Michigan. The cost is $250 per unit, and there's 29 units that would have to pay that. That would be a total of $7,250. This would be a retainer fee for this young lady, and so that she would be available. And then the actual cost would be hourly and would be paid by the municipality that it was not in compliance. First, I'd like to advise everyone that we've had Barb Schutt for, I think, well over 30 years, and she has always met the requirements for the compliance. And I myself have a little problem with this $7,250. That seems like an awful lot of money to pay somebody that may never even be used. And it's just to hold a slot in line. A couple of the other supervisors that I spoke with, Bill Dieter from Grant Township, a couple of other ones from the Blue Water area here, we think that that's a little exorbitant. So I've given you all the paperwork. I don't know if anyone had a chance to go through it. No one came in to ask me any questions about it. But I'm going on record that I do not believe that this is a necessary cost. If they want to drop it to like $50 a person, that would be more in line with what you would pay for an attorney if you wanted to put an attorney on retainer. So I would make that motion that we deny this $250 per unit and suggest something less to the County Board of Commissioners.
I'll second.
You have a second? Okay. Any other discussion from anyone else about this? Did you get a chance to go through it?
Mm-hmm.
No other comments? All
No,
right. Go ahead, Bev. I'm sorry. Or Sherry?
No,
was
I
it?
didn't say anything.
Oh, it must have been Sherry.
no, I didn't have anything to say.
Okay. All right. If we have a motion in a second, and we've had our discussion, is there anyone else that has anything else to say? If not, I'll take a roll call vote, please, to deny it.
Okay. Bev,
I deny it.
Tom,
Yes, to deny it.
Mary Agnes,
I deny it too.
Sherry, I deny it, and Sue's excused absence.
All right, motion carried. All right, the next item is request for approval of the Cottrellville Township Board meeting calendar schedule for 2021, and that will be published in the newspaper. You have it for your record. If there's no questions, I would like to have a motion from someone to approve that for publication.
I make a motion to approve the calendar and schedule.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the township meeting and calendar schedule for publication. All in favor signify by saying aye by roll call vote, please.
Mary Agnes,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes,
Bev,
Yes.
Sherry, yes, and Sue excused.
Motion carried. The next request is number 3 for reimbursement to Assessor Barb Schutt for $175 for her certification renewal fee to the state of Michigan, the State Tax Tribunal or State Tax Commission in Michigan. She pays that herself every year, and then we reimburse her. So I would entertain a motion to approve reimbursing Barb for $175 for her certification.
I'll second it.
I'll also move. Okay. And then Tom seconds. All right.
Yep.
Any
Yep.
discussion? Hearing none. Roll call vote, please, Sherry.
Mary Agnes,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes,
Bev,
Yes.
Sherry, yes, Sue excused.
Motion carried. Thank you very much. The next item is the request to approve Marilyn Dulugi to continue working in the treasurer's office as the accountant with her continued salary of $115.40 per week and $230.80 per pay period. That would be for 26 weeks or $6,000 per year. And our newly elected treasurer, Beverly Kopech, has agreed to work for a salary of $230.80 per week, 52 weeks, or $12,001.60 per year. Both women's salaries stay under the proposed 25.5 per year budget. Do we have a motion to approve that?
I'll make a motion to approve that.
Do I have a second?
I'll second. I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the wages for Marilyn Dulugi and to allow her to continue working in the treasurer's office as accountant for the department. And she will be she would actually be supervising the other two ladies. The title would stay with Bev. She will be the go-to person, and she will act at all the meetings, and she'll make all the decisions, and anything to do with the actual accounting work will be handled by Marilyn. Okay, did we do a roll call vote?
No, not yet.
Would you please?
Tom,
Yes.
Mary Agnes,
Yes.
Sherry, yes. Bev,
Yes.
Sue's excused.
Very good. Thank you.
Can I just say Bev can't vote on her own salary?
You can both vote on the portion for Marilyn.
Yeah, and I do believe per MTA, this has to be done by a resolution.
Okay, well, we had to have checks paid. We had payroll checks to handle today, and you didn't want to sign them. So I just want to make sure that.
No, I signed everybody's except for the two that,
Except for the two ladies, yes.
Could be,
That's what I just
yes.
said. You did not sign those.
okay, well, check out MTA, page 116, the authorities and responsibilities about establishing compensation. It talks about resolution in there.
Okay, well, if you want to put it in the form of a resolution, I'll have to assign a number for it. Add another line here to tell me if I prepare a document and assign a number with just the things that we just now discussed, if that would be something that you guys would vote on in favor of.
And I would also say you would need to put in Marilyn's duties and responsibilities.
Oh, I think we can handle that ourselves, yes. She's been doing this a lot longer than any of us have, so I'm pretty sure she knows what her job is.
I know, I'm just saying MTA, got to do it the right way.
Is that, that was my form of a motion. Does anybody want to second it?
No, I'll second.
Okay. All in favor signify by saying aye by roll call vote, please.
Tom,
Yes.
Bev,
Yes.
Mary Agnes,
Yes?
Sherry, yes.
Susie is
Sue
excused.
excused.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. The next item is I think that's, yes, that's public comments. It was written by Kathleen Shu of 7801 McKinley Road that she wanted representation or wants a presentation by our township auditors for our 2020 audit results before the township board in accordance with the Open Meetings Act to be scheduled when COVID restrictions are lifted. Her second comment was, why was a briefing posted for a presentation by our auditors on the window of our township hall the first week of October 2020? Why was there no posting of this information on our home webpage, which is also a violation of the Open Meeting Act? Why do the minutes of the regular October Township Board meeting indicate that there was an announcement of a special meeting on October 22nd for an auditor's presentation when it was not in the recorded video on our website or in CTV recording or YouTube? Those three items were asked to be read into the record, and I have done so. I've also included in your paperwork some of the information that I have done on it and included it to the board members. I received no correspondence from anybody else, so I just assumed that they went through it and concluded that. We were advised by Michigan Townships Association that anything under public comments, we should actually wait till the following week to do more research so that before we answer it. So that's what we're going to do. Michelle, could you lift the muting on Mr. Brock, please, because he needs to do his next item, which would be number 4. Is he there? Mr. Jameson or Jameson Brook, are you
Yes, ma'am.
with us?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right, I'm sorry, maybe you didn't hear
Yeah.
us. Go ahead with your
Okay, thank you. So as I was mentioning before, so my wife and I are planning on building in the spring of 21 in Cottrellville on Plank Road. I reached out to both to AT&T and Comcast as we're getting ready to plan for internet options, and both said that they're not a serviceable location on Plank Road or in the area. This is a kind of a serious concern for us as we both work from home full time with during COVID, and looking at college opportunities as well for that remote learning. Has the town authorized Comcast or AT&T to provide service to the town? What are the township's plans to provide service options for the residents? And will the township take advantage of the Governor Whitmer's internet initiative, which I provided the links to? Thank you.
Okay, we're going to have to hold this off a little bit. I still have more research to do on those items, but I can tell you it's not the township's responsibility. It's something that you have to get together with your neighbors and see how many people you can sign up. It's no different than sewer or water. We can't initiate those items either without residences presenting a petition to us. And of course, anything that you have to do that way has to be at least 51% of both sides of the road. So we are not in a position to take care of getting people either natural gas or underground cable or any of that stuff without without the residents being on board with it.
Okay, so in one closing thing I would say is that when I reached out to both AT&T and Comcast, they did mention they have to have permission from the township in order to do that. They can't roll in and start developing internet capabilities for people without the permission of the township to do so. Now, the thing for them is that it has to be profitable in order to make that happen, which is what you're referring to. I just want to make sure like that is something, because when a petition won't go very far if it's not supported by the town. Thank you.
Well, the Comcast is already in our township, so they're already here. I mean, they can ask to extend anything they want if they want to do it, but they don't appear to want to do it. And as far as it not being serviceable, I mean, if you can afford it, you can have it done. But it's, we had one lady come in and tell us that they wanted $35,000 for that, and I don't know how they arrived at that amount, but because she said she could walk out her front porch and see where the next line is. So I don't know if they just
Right.
were blowing her off or what, but we would
I reached out in those.
stop city water. Somebody else wanted to extend the water. So you have to kind of understand that, if you present a letter to us and then send it into Comcast, saying that you have this many people on both sides of the road from the next connection, they'll tell you what it'll cost, but you're gonna have to divide it up amongst everybody there, see?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Are we missing one, Michelle? Oh, Mr. McKenzie. McKenzie here?
Yeah, he's here. I had to unmute myself. Mr. McKenzie, if you would like to speak, go ahead and unmute yourself. And if you don't, then we're just going to follow along with the meeting here.
Hello, I'm just reviewing the meeting tonight, and that's about it.
Okay, thank
Well, we're
you.
glad to have you here, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Mary Agnes, go ahead and continue on with the meeting here.
I'm trying to think. I think that's all we had as far as announcements, as far as I can see. I think that's it. We got the bills paid. Is there any board member comments that you'd like to discuss either on this or anything that was on the agenda? Sherry, you got any?
No,
Tom?
Nope, I'm good.
Bev?
Nope.
Okay, I don't either. And Susie, this corner is excused absence. So if there's no further business, entertain a motion for adjournment, please, at 8:07. Also move. Do we have a second?
I'll
Second.
We have a second?
Two of them.
yes, Tom.
Okay, all right, very good, thank you. All in favor, signify by saying aye? Aye,
Aye.
Aye.
very good. I thank you all for tonight's people that appeared, and I thank Michelle Apt for her apt important, that was not a joke. Her expertise in working this Zoom for us. It's getting to be a regular thing here, and it looks like it's going to go on for at least till the 20th, and then legislation's trying to extend it now after that till about the March and end of March. This could be a way of life for a while. I thank you very much. Good day and good night. Thank you.